A beggar was sitting by the side of the road. As a man was walking past, he extended his torn and straggly cap and asked the passerby, "Can you spare some change, please?" The passerby replied that he had nothing to give and asked, "What are you sitting on there?" "It's just an old box. I've been sitting on this thing for years," replied the beggar. "What's in the box?" asked the passerby. "I don't know. I have never opened it," the beggar said. "Take a look. You have nothing to lose," pushed the passerby. So the beggar opened the box and found that it was filled with hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash. Like the passerby in my opening story, my goal is to help you open up your business and find your cash. Not to suggest you are a beggar, but having had my own struggling small businesses, I know it can feel like we are sometimes. I have lost track in the number of times that I have sat down with the business owners and helped them to open up their businesses and find them 4, 5, and 6 figures in extra cash that had no idea that was sitting in their business, waiting to be found. But it wasn't always that way for me. Just like a human needs oxygen to live, a business needs cash to stay alive and hopefully thrive. My first business was a gym in Sydney in the early 2000s. The truth is, I really sucked at it, and my oxygen was quickly running out. There were times when I had no idea how I was going to pay rent or wages, let alone goods and services tax, GST, and pay-as-you-go, PAYG. A book like this would have been really handy at that time. After learning plenty of lessons the hard way in that business, I ended up doing quite well and selling it to move on to my next challenge, becoming a business coach to help others avoid what I went through. Early in my business coaching and mentoring journey, I had lots of enthusiasm and knew lots of stuff from my experiences in my own business, but I would keep losing clients who couldn't afford to keep paying my fees. I had to find a quick way to grow their business cash flow, otherwise my business was going to run out of oxygen. Prior to buying my gym business, I was an electrical engineer. My running joke is that I am better now. If you know any engineers, you will understand my pun. Consequently, I was pretty good with numbers and spreadsheets. So I decided to engineer a systematic and repeatable way to quickly grow my clients' businesses and increase their cash flow by enough to cover their investment in me. Once that happens, I am essentially free for them. Then, I can get on with the job of showing them how to build a super successful business. As a result, I now guarantee to cover my fees with my new clients in 17 weeks, or I will work with you for free until I do. So far, that guarantee has never been claimed. This book is the culmination of more than 10 years' experience working with thousands of business owners in many different types and sizes of businesses. This is not based on any specific industry, but the common factors that apply to all businesses. It is a little-known fact that more than 80% of businesses fail in their first 5 years. Of those that survive, in the next 5 years, 80% of those will also fail. That means if you start a business, you have a 1 in 25 chance of making it to your 10th birthday, which is still no guarantee you have achieved the cash and time freedom you probably went into business for. Sadly, these failures are not because business owners don't work hard enough. They work very hard, just on the wrong things like understanding and knowing the numbers and cash flows in their business. After listening to this audiobook, hopefully you will realize that knowing the right numbers is not hard. You just need to know where to look and what you are looking for.